Welcome back to Kavanaugh's Corner. Today on the channel we're going to be talking about a film that was released just a little over a week ago. And this movie came out the same day as La Haine, which I reviewed this past week. And this movie I saw years ago. I think I actually originally saw this on VHS a very long time ago. And it's a movie that has stuck with me for a long time. And it has a performance by Nicole Kidman that is absolutely incredible. I mean, it is just an amazing, amazing feat of acting. Because Nicole Kidman in this movie is pretty nuts. I mean, she plays a character that is unbelievable in every way, shape, and form, and that is to die for. This is what we're going to be reviewing today, starring Nicole Kidman, a very young Joaquin Phoenix, as well as a very young Matt Dillon and Casey Affleck. Just a lot of great actors. Dan Hedaya is also amazing in this, as well as Kurtwood Smith. They all turn in amazing performances. This is directed by Gus Van Sant, who I have to say is very hit or miss for me. I enjoy his films, but there are quite a few of his that I'm kind of like, I couldn't care less about. But this is probably my favorite of his films. It's a wild movie that it's part mockumentary, part straight ahead drama, and overall it's just an amazing take on how our society has become very obsessed with true crime. And I think that this movie works better now than it probably did when it was released back in 1995. Nicole Kidman in this movie plays a fame-obsessed woman who desperately just wants to be on TV. She wants to work in the news. She wants to just be like the next Barbara Walters, and it's such a wild performance where you really, you can't stand her, but you also can't take your eyes off of her. And I think it goes to say that Nicole Kidman is a very, very beautiful woman, and she is a phenomenally talented actress. And like I said earlier, this is my favorite performance of hers. This is a woefully underlooked film, and I'm so glad it finally got the 4K treatment here on the Criterion collection. It's spine number 1213, and this is an all-new 4K digital restoration that was approved by director Gus Van Sant and the director of photography Eric Allen Edwards. And this has got Dolby Vision at HDR10 as well, and a DTS HD 5.1 audio track. So we're going to kind of jump right in here and just say that the picture quality on this guy is absolutely amazing. It is flawless in every way, and I could not be any more impressed than I was with the transfer for this film. The movie has a lot of different looking photography, I should say. There's stuff that's done with videotape. There's that mockumentary interview thing that happens on and off through the movie. And then there's even shots of Nicole Kidman looking right at the camera like I am with you right now, with a blindingly white background. And you never really know where anything is going until the end of the film, when everything kind of comes together and it's wrapped up really, really perfectly. But the shots of Nicole Kidman against that very bright white background, it looks amazing. I mean, detail level on this disc is sky high. I mean, you can see every strand of hair on Nicole's head. Her blue eyes just jump out at you now. And her outfits, I mean, she's got basically a different outfit in every scene in this movie, which is just, some of them are pretty gaudy, but man, I mean, they all just have these beautiful colors, and the Dolby Vision really does an amazing job of amping up those colors, making them beautiful and vibrant, but they all stay very natural. Skin tones look gorgeous in this movie, and you can definitely tell, the makeup that Nicole Kidman is wearing versus these other characters that are just normal people going about their day. You can really see now the makeup job that Nicole Kidman has in this film. It's really impressive. There's one scene where she has this blue eyeshadow, and again, the shades of these colors just look so gorgeous now. And the movie has kept its original look. And I'm really happy about that. I mean, the black levels on this disc were phenomenal. Nighttime scenes just look so much better than they did then. You can really see everything in those nighttime scenes. And shadows now don't get crushed. There's basically no issues with that whatsoever. And a real testament to the detail level and the quality as a whole of the image on this disc is Nicole Kidman's character has a little Pomeranian in this movie named Walter. And Walter really is the cutest little thing. You just want to hold him and squeeze him. He's so cute. And there are so many shots of him in this movie where you can really see an expression on his face. And you can see his eyes tearing up and his little mouth. And it's like you can see every little hair in this little puffball of a dog. He is so adorable. And near the end of the film, he has this little pink, like, crocheted, like, cap on. And you can see that, like, this dog is like, what the heck is going on? It's hilarious, but he's so cute, and I had to point that out because the detail level is so high. You could count the hair on the dog. It is that good. I was very impressed with the picture quality on this disc. It's a 10 out of 10. I was blown away by it. Just absolutely awesome stuff. As for the audio quality on the disc, it does have a DTS HD master audio. It's a 5.1 track. And this is the first time I've watched this movie with the surround soundtrack. I've only heard it with stereo beforehand. And I have to say, it sounded fantastic. The music by Danny Elfman, who did the score to this film, just sounds so great. And it's one of those forgotten Danny Elfman scores, but it works so well for the tone of this film. This movie has a very darkly comic tone to it. And it's perfect. It just sounds amazing. Most of the time, though, the movie is driven by dialogue. It really is basically a talking heads film, whether that be people talking on a talk show or directly to the camera in like a pseudo interview type thing. And I have to say, there were no issues with the volume. Everybody sounded very crystal clear. And it just worked. Now, did it really need a surround soundtrack? Probably not. But I will say it worked well. The surrounds are not used a lot, but when they are used, for instance, there's a scene where the parents of the film are on like a talk show set, and the audience is kind of like behind you in the speakers. And it worked really well, but there wasn't a lot of that used in the film. Just it's the basis of the film. It's not really used a lot. Everything is mainly in the front speakers. But again, sounded great. No issues with it whatsoever. I was very, very happy with the sound mix on this. Now, as for special features, there is a full-length commentary by the director Gus Van Sant, the director of photography, as well as Curtis Clayton, who is the editor on this film. And I have to say, it was a very interesting commentary track. I thought their insight on the film was fantastic. I love it when the commentaries are done by the people behind the camera, because it really gives you an idea of what was going through their head, if they can recollect it. And it's just a really interesting listen, and it's a brand new commentary. So it was just done, I think, last year. So good stuff there. There's also a little over a half an hour of deleted scenes as well. Now, the deleted scenes, though, are only on the included Blu-ray, and I'll show you what that looks like here. It comes with a nice booklet as well. It kind of looks like a newspaper, which I thought was kind of neat. And here is the 4K and the standard Blu-ray. And I love the fact that they gave Nicole Kidman a different expression on each disc. I thought that was a nice touch. And of course, everything is pink because Miss Kidman wears a lot of pink in this film. So really cool stuff. I really like that. As a whole, I'd say this is a fantastic disc here. Again, picture quality was stupendous. The audio quality was fantastic. The special features, even though there isn't a lot, they were really well done. So again, if you like this film, I highly recommend it. And a little tidbit here that's kind of funny. It's about Nicole Kidman. It's about the actress here. My girlfriend, and she's a wonderful lady, she resembles Nicole Kidman a lot. And I thought I was crazy at first. I mentioned it to her actually when we first started seeing each other. And she was like, oh, I've kind of gotten that before, but, you know. And then I started showing pictures of her to other people, and everybody kept saying, my God, she looks a lot like that actress. What's her name? That Australian actress was married to Tom Cruise. I said, oh, yeah, that's Nicole Kidman. And then a friend of mine who follows me on here mentioned that she looks like her, and it was completely unprovoked. I didn't say a word to him about it. So really funny stuff. So our running joke with me and my girlfriend is that anytime I see Nicole Kidman in something, I say, oh, honey, look, it's you. And that's kind of the joke. And thankfully, unlike the character that Nicole plays in this film, she is not a psychopath. So that's a really great thing. But I'm a very lucky man, and she's so beautiful and so smart, so talented. Just amazing in every way, and I'm very lucky, and I'm also very lucky to have you guys here. I thank you so much for coming back to Kavanaugh's Corner. If you do want to pick up To Die For in 4K, I will leave a link in the description below that leads to Amazon. If you use that link, it does help me out here on the channel a lot. And on top of that, the other big thing that you can do is hit that thumbs up button. If you like physical media, and you appreciate it like I do, hit that subscribe button so you can keep seeing the reviews that I bring to you guys. I do this out of love. I don't make a lot of money from it, and I really, really appreciate if you do that. That helps me out so much. And honestly, I can't ask for more. That's really the best thing that you can do. So until next time, I want to wish you all the very best. Please stay safe and take it easy.